Hey guys, Jen here. So I came down by the lake today. There's a trail that runs along the side of the lake, and it's kind of a hard haul for me. It doesn't take long, but I'm in a lot of pain lately, and I figured the best thing to do was just get up and move. So I put the old knee brace on and got to moving. Everything hurts lately, and I'm sorry for complaining about that, but it is what it is at this point. I wanted to give you guys a few nice things to look at, and I'm going to show you this area when it's all filled in springtime, God willing. So I like to show you the different seasons around where I live and get you out in nature, you know, even if you're looking at a screen. It's weird. I was just filming with the camcorder all the way down there until I hit some mud. I really don't want to try and trek through that right now. And I got my bike down here. I left it. But it's weird, like when you film digitally, it seems like the image is coming to you. When you film with a camcorder, it's normal. It's like you walking. I don't know if it's the stabilizer, but it looks weird. It's almost like the path is coming to us, if that makes sense. So I'm going to lay out the theory that I have, and then we're going to do a research with me live stream. And I know that some of you don't think that that's professional or polished, but look, I'm not a studio YouTuber. I don't have a talent agent. I'm not an actress. I started doing this because I felt called and led to do it. And the things that I show, I think the content is what's important. And I like to show you guys how to research, because not everybody knows how to do that. And it can save you time. And I know everybody has busy lives now, and I don't. I've been isolated and alone for a long time. I'm kind of tired of doing things alone. Now when I come down here a couple of years ago, this bus actually came with me, and there was a dead animal right there in the path. This place is weird, I tell you. I'm going to show you another little thing that I found. And it's just weird how when I talk about something or I notice something in the area, immediately it's like changed or altered or fixed. And I don't know what that means either. It's strange. But I'm going to show you something I found last time I was back here. And allegedly, there's a state park near us called Nelson Ledges. If you look it up, it's beautiful, and it's very old. And there's like boulders and craters and just all kind of things, and it's cold, and you got things like the Devil's Ice Box. I don't know why we name everything after him, but we do. Hold on, I want to show you this. Oh, and I think there are tunnels up there. I don't remember though, because I was young when it happened, and I was partying at the time. But nobody ever talks about it, and nobody says anything about it. Now this, I guess, is an access point for maintenance, I would assume. Then why did they cover it like that? Hopefully so no children would fall into it or whatever. When I first came down here, it just had the regular cover, and then it had a bunch of bricks inside of it, and now it has that on there. And it's funny because the first time I come down here with a friend of my husband's and mine, I said, oh my gosh, you know, it could be a bomb shelter if anything ever happens. And I was joking, like I wasn't, you know. But then, you know, I come down here and that's like that. So it's just very strange. And I couldn't get through here the one year because somebody put a couple of logs across the path and you couldn't get back here. So I didn't know if they wanted nobody back here or what was going on. There's a birdhouse. It gets really nice down the other way, but I hit that mud, so I couldn't do it. But I want to tell you about this theory that I have. So basically, energy has frequencies, right? And different energy puts off a different frequency. We each put off, our brain emits its own frequency. When you get into brain mapping, they talk about that type of thing. So these frequencies can be interfered with EMF, wavelengths, and magnetics, right? Now, they used to call films the silver screen, and we know silver is used in a lot of lore against a lot of boogity-yoogities, you know, a lot of boogeymen, the Wolfman, all that type of stuff, right? Wolverine, no, not Wolverine, the Wolfman, what's the other one? Werewolves, I guess, but Wendigos, does that? I don't know. Anyways, I think they all come from the same place, but you're seeing a lot of people now who are allegedly catching them on film. Why is this happening so often now? I told you, I think it's the perfect storm. I think it's a lot of chaos was created through the 3 a.m. challenges and through the screens themselves and what is being emitted through the screen, the energies, right? So let's say, for example, the S-Man that I was talking about yesterday, the Slender Man. Let's say that, let's talk regular stuff. Let's say you're in your house and you have things disappearing. They're not where you put them. Strange things start happening. Maybe you start having strange smells and odors in your home. That's pretty common for any type of infestation. And let's say you want to put up a camera, right? And you want to film it. You want to catch it on film. My theory is that if you do that on an analog device with an actual physical tape, a magnetic tape, a cassette, a VHS cassette, a Betamax, a mini DVD or mini DV, any of those things, as long as it has that tape, right? The tape is magnetic, and magnets can interfere with frequency. The theory is this: if you catch one of these things on film, and I know some people will say, well, you have Christ, what are you worried about? It's not about me. It's about other people who maybe don't have faith yet, who maybe they're having problems and they don't know how to stop it, or they don't have help to get rid of it, or what have you, right? Things like this, if you give people keys and tools to defend themselves in spiritual warfare, then they come to believe, right? But sometimes first they got to get out of that hole that they're in, spiritually speaking. Because, we can have a lot of attachments. Mary Magdalene herself had 7 demons. And we'll get into all that another day. But the theory is that if you catch one of these buggers on film, if you say you're wanting to catch them on film, just to prove to yourself that you're not crazy or whatever, right? So you go ahead and you set something up. And you actually catch something, right? Like a shadow man or a dark, I don't know what you want to call it, a dark shadow, or a mist, any of those things that people sometimes catch in those paranormal videos. I'm curious that if we get it on film, if that somehow captures it. Because they would say when you're taking a picture, right, what are you doing? You're capturing the shot. That's old school talk for photography, but that's the word they would use. Just like I said with CERN, and how I think they're interfering with angelic frequencies and demonic frequencies with that machine, LHC, because of how big the magnet is. Magnets can also erase memory in a CPU tower, and if big enough, your brain is a computer. Allegedly, they can erase memories in somebody's brain as well, depending on the type of magnet and how big it is and all that type of stuff. But that gets into MK Ultra and that stuff. My theory is that if you catch one of these buggers on actual film, does it stay there then? Is it trapped? And should you then burn it? So the goal, I'm in a corner here, hang on. Yikes, I'm glad I wear my old Adidas. So anyways, the goal is if we can capture something, capture it, will it actually be stuck on there? And if you burn it, will that get rid of it? That's the thought. Now, it goes back into like The Ring. If you haven't seen that movie, look up the summary and the plot line. It's kind of related to that. But again, we're going to look up the scientific evidence to see if we can back this theory. Looking up and learning about frequencies, wavelengths, and magnetics. That's my theory. And I tried to show you that in yesterday's live. I know it was disorganized, but it was just a chat to kind of give bits and pieces of where I'm going with this and why I'm doing this. That stuff that happened in Miami, I don't really have an opinion of it because I wasn't there myself. Videos can be... Sorry that cut out, guys. I just wanted to do a quick end to that video, and it can't be long because I'm out of time. I'm going to have to delete some things on this device. That's why I got another one. But I hope you will feel free to comment and let me know your thoughts on everything, and if you think... what you think of that experiment, and if you've ever seen shadow men and had sleep paralysis and things about that, like that nature, let's talk about it. But I wanted to show you my spot. I've come here a few times with you guys. I just wanted to give you something nice to look at today. And isn't it amazing what God and man can do when they are in cooperation with one another? This is a man-made lake. built to help the towns that are around it, right? And help them flourish. But the water and everything else, the sky, the horizon, the trees, the sand, all came from God. Just food for thought. Have a blessed day.